I have a grand quest for you, hero. The kind that'll get you woven into legend. It's not at all a minor personal matter that you might ignore. How do I explain this? Before this dreary place, you could say I was something of a, wanderer. There's a clanless enclave known as the Fraythorn that makes its home high in the trees near the hunting grounds. They helped me out a time or two over the years. A little while back, a group of strangers arrived out of the deep woods. They made strange altars and started whispering to the others about their religion. That was when I decided to move on. See, now I got to thinking, if Count Gianor and his men are mad enough to burn the village, then maybe the clanless are in trouble too. Will you pay them a visit? I used to be mildly fond of a fair few of them. Oh, Una? Yeah, I know her. I was, elsewhere when the Count tried to arrest her family, but I certainly heard about it. It's just a coincidence we both ended up here. Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't follow her or anything like that. It would be unheard of for a clan girl and an outcast to... Well, whatever you're thinking, don't. That's where I stand on it. You gotta be grounded in the real world. Don't get hung up on things that can never be. It'll just break your heart. Watch yourself out there.
How long has it been? I was hunted. The Count, he stole something that is beyond dangerous. It will cause sickness, then madness. It can still be contained. We must put the seed back.
This seed, is that the source of Ogham's affliction?
Yes. Please, find it. I am still too weak. This will only grow worse.
So if we are to heal this land, we must find this seed. Beyond our clan graves is the hunting grounds. Cut through those to reach the village. Please, go as quickly as you can and see what you can find. I fear there is not much time.
20 years ago, in the wake of those tremendous events, mankind was busy with its own survival. No one was looking for me, and no one saw me. I lurked in high places and dark places, seeking to keep the seeds safe from men of ambition. In recent years, however, I found myself continually forced to move from place to place. There was always one more hunter, one more patrol, one more grove being cut down or cave being mined. There was nowhere to hide, and my path inexorably took me here, which was apparently exactly where someone wanted me to be. This was all a trap, laid over the course of years, and at colossal expense. Someone wanted the seed at any cost, which surely bodes ill for their intentions.
I don't know how to ask this of you, but I was forced to leave behind something of great importance to me when I fled. My lute. It was carved by my mother when she first taught me to sing. It's in my family home in the farmlands. If you happen to travel near those ways, it would mean the world to me if you could look for it. I understand you did what you had to. Please, let us not speak of it further. I like to hold on to bits and pieces, any that catch your eye.
This hooded one is here on your honor. Don't take this as a threat, but it's your head if he turns out to be as evil as he looks. I have a forge back home in the village, but I don't dare return. Count Gianor hired thugs that are far crueler than the village guard, and they've been arresting more and more good folk. Each accusation weaker than the last. A few of those hard-eyed men came around my forge asking for free weapons made. Well, I refused. I knew their ire would soon fall upon me, so I fled and took up temporary lodging here at Clearfell. Take a look. Till next time.
Hello. I'm picking up another runestone nearby. Wretched animal! Damn near massacred these cattle. What could have done this? Be gone, foul creature! Good work. Another one, and the same result. The energy has moved. On the bright side, it seems there's only one more signature left in the region. Seek it out. Feathers and filth. This is no omen of the Morrigan. Where do you think you're going? A scream to split the sky!
have nae for silence. At bloody last. End of the line! The locusts flock to safety. I'd best see.
Wow. So, I was right to be worried. They're still making these damned altars. And this one's bigger. Something's wrong, hero. Something's definitely off. I thought I was imagining the whispers in the shadows at night up there. Thought I was just spooked by the cultists. But maybe not. Please, check in on the Enclave. I'm gonna get while the getting's good. Good luck, hero. For now, I'm gonna get while the getting's good.
By decree of the Count of Ogham, to the scoundrels and cowards hiding among the trees of the clanless Perch. As the loyal men of Ogham lay down their lives to protect those who support them, you hide. As the women of Ogham sweat and ache, skinning beasts upon which we feed, you hide. As the children of Ogham play at war, preparing to serve the greater needs of the people, you traitors hide. I will offer clemency only once. Return to the manor immediately and serve Ogham as is your duty, and your punishment will be deferred.
Feels as though I've walked this road afore. Down, beast! Begone, foul creature!
Well then, the last one's got to be around here somewhere. What's there to talk about? Only one more to find. Get on with it.
No, boy. Mind the words you choose.
Got a bit excited. Sorry about that. I wish I had visited Ogham before all this. It is sad to see my distant fellow Ezamites suffering this way. But maybe with your help, they still have a chance.
Down, beast!
That's it! The last one! We've done it. We've done it. The energies have all coalesced. The signature is far greater now.
From where does this signature stem?
Those ancient woods. That's where it's leading us.
Let's hope the Growlwood receives us with a touch more hospitality this time. Not that I'm holding my breath, mind. No mana! Nature takes what's owed! Damned remnants! This'll give Una something to smile about. Rotten flame. The light!
You've returned to me.
That voice. Who are ye?
I can't believe it. The whole bloody place has gone mad. Cursed cultists. Please, hero, find the other altars and dispose of them. Put an end to this. I'm gonna check around here for any sane survivors.
Blood for blood. Balance restored.
Who am I? You once knew my name. Find me, Magi. Return to my embrace. Yes! Come now! Take your vengeance, if you can! You are seen! Sprout! Gauntlet! The Wildwood's power is mine! You are seen! It's nothingness! Oblivion awaits! The meaning is nigh! Your path will always lead back to me.
Oh, how good it is to see you again.
Aoife, can it be?
Yes, I'm here, love.
But how?
It might tell me. Do you feel it? Your memory's returning.
I feel it, aye. But they're fractured. There's still so much I didn't understand.
Remember how we were drawn to him, believing him one of the Magi of old.
Aye, we were fools.
Not fools, just deceived. Even I could not see the king's true face until it was too late. And when I did, he took me from you.
I should have saved ye. I should have done more.
Hush, that is not your blame to carry. That grief made you wander the wilds, lost in your pain.
I remember years of solitude, roaming.
And yet here you are. That is what matters.
Nay, none of it matters. Not without you.
Just know.
Wait! Didn't leave me now! Aoife?
The village has been destroyed, and madness has already reached a boiling point in the minds of the Count's men. You must infiltrate the manor and put a stop to this by any means necessary. The fate that befell Ogham village is only a single raindrop in the storm that is coming. Go.
If you find a...
You found my loot. I can't quite believe my eyes. This feels like having a small part of my family back again. I cannot thank you enough. I think I shall begin by composing a song about you. In the meantime, I would be happy to play for you, if you like.
I'll be. Reminds me of someone.
Oi. The girl's a shining light in a time of darkness. If it weren't for her music, well, I don't know what I'd do. Every time I listen to her songs, I know I have to try harder to defend this place. Any fear and excuses be damned.
Owner's house. Renly's house. They had real places to live. I was always so envious, but I guess they're like me now. Vagabonds. Vagrants. Well, it begs the question. Is this home now? You've caught me at a moment of sappiness, hero. My apologies. So the cultists really did have a king lurking out there in the shadows. Shame. I might have followed him myself if he'd simply promised decent meals instead. Thank you, hero. It's not the result I was hoping for, but at least I know the truth. Clearfell's all I have left now. If I was a drinking man, it'd be a sobering thought.
End of the line!
Lightning rods stick into the ground after impact. Any chaining lightning skill, such as Lightning Arrow, can hit these rods and cause them to explode again. Lightning rods stick into the ground.
Balance restored!
By decree of the Count of Ogham, your whispering and conspiring has not gone unnoticed. I see your disloyalty. I hear your mockery. However, your plots against me all lay dead in their tracks. Every villager must report to the manor immediately for questioning. I alone will crush this revolt.
Walker!
Anyone who resists will not only be considered a criminal, but an avowed traitor.
This. Stop.
No escape.
Wait. Surely we can...
This time.
Great Wolf, take you, bastard!
You've much to answer for.
Face your death. Kill our criminal. The guillotine drops. Kill the criminal! Your time. The dogs will have you for that.
The hand that held the rope lies still.
killed Aemon. Just killed him. I don't know what to do. Clearfell is safe. We have to get out of here. We can talk there.
How very like a tile.
For what it's worth, my name is Latus. I appreciate the rescue, but Aemon, everything I know, it's all gone. It isn't worth much. There is only one thing for certain. Count Gianor must die. He ordered the guard to round up everyone in the village and enter the manor. Take our vengeance. It's all gone.
Well, well, look at this. The inscriptions on the tree roots match those on the runestones we found. Reminds me of what I've seen in the stars. More than what Now, if this doesn't work, I'll look a right bloody fool.
By decree of the Count of Ogham, those condemned to hang from these branches are to be left until their hearts no longer beat, their lungs no longer fill with air, and their flesh is no longer warm. In death, you are not forgiven. Your souls will remain trapped here by this ancient moor of maligned wood, and the grove will be forever denied you. Rot here in the Grelwood for all time, and good riddance.
Begone, foul creature! Grave Walker!
survivors built this sanctuary with haste. I've instructed my priests how to track Verisium in the celestial firmament, but they are only initiates. Not a single one of my disciples escaped Vorona's vengeance. 12 initiates have agreed to perform the rite and become disciples. I've given instructions, but I dare not warn them of what the rite entails. I am unable to watch over them. I am needed through the mirror once more. I hope to eventually return and see them alive and fully starlit. But, if necessary, I will make certain that no one will ever return through that mirror.
This liquid has the look of Verisium.
What is this place? Doesn't look Ezomite, nor damned eternal. And this liquid Verisium, it's ancient. Good. I'll be able to get that out of here. But first, what's this? This tome. Some of it is legible to me. Volume 1, The Runes of Aldur. Within the warm embrace of Aldur's teachings, he, the first Runefather, carved a future for Midgard to liberate it from the biting frost. Midgard? This is all Kalguran.
Sounds like you should have ventured to Kalgur and not Ezamir.
I'll study this text further, but yes, that's what this implies. I need to learn more about this Aldur. Best we get a move on soon, eh? Are we done in here? Who'd have thought this tree would have such hidden secrets?
They dinna call it the Tree of Souls for nothing. These runes must be the source of its power.
Most likely. Though I'm still not entirely sure what that is. Good! Now, let's get a move on. Here, take this. You'll need it. Now, we can do something quite powerful with this anvil. A sort of rune forging. Let's give it a try, eh? Nice one! Well, would you look at that? I'm sure we can push all this even further still. See? I told you. Rune-seeking is worth the risk.
Aye, lad. So it seems.
I won't let you down. Fine, fine. How are you? That poor girl, Latis. To see your beloved killed before your eyes. Monstrous. Even turned mad. I can't see our Thane doing such a thing. He just doesn't have it in him.
I wouldn't be so sure of that. But tell me, why do they have counts and you have Thanes?
Farrell and Ezamir have their differences. Farrell's got some Thanes out here, but the title of Count is considered better. I guess this all goes to show that's a load of shite. I managed to make out a bit more of that tome we found. Ah yes, here it is. Aldur gazed at the pristine stars, and there he saw meaning. Those shapes he wrought into our bedrock. His very will gave the shapes life. And so we began to know prosperity, and the beginnings of Kalgur were born. Something to chew on, isn't it?
Some men do not have to earn honor. Some are simply born with it by virtue of their status. Gianor is doubly a monster for giving away what others have sought their entire lives. He was born into the role rather than being chosen by the clan, and now he has squandered that by serving himself above all others. I used to believe in him, but now I cannot even stand the thought of him. Take a look. You've a keen eye. Go well.
Hey.
Greetings. Do
Hey. None of it's junk. Trust me. Guess I can help move later.
how?
Hey. Feeling lucky? Not bad. See ya. Hello. Who knows what prizes await? Hey, not bad. Not sure what I'm gonna do with it, but cheer, Dep, you're welcome. Hey, I should have asked for more. Sure, I'll take it off your hands. Got a nice sheen to it. Not bad. See ya. Hello. Take a pun. Not bad. Boy, then.
Hello.
What have we got?
Hey. Feeling lucky?
Oh, that Finn's a bad influence. No daughter of mine will consort with such a type. We should have the village guards give him a good beating just to teach him a lesson.
Though I suppose nursing a grudge is foolish, given they're likely all dead now. I always make sure to avoid noblewomen like Latis. Her kind seem to think I'm insincere for reasons neither you nor I could ever comprehend, I'm sure. Still, I certainly heard about her, and I've heard what she said about the manor. I know lies, hero, and she isn't one. Those glowing blue eyes make it hard to sleep at night. I'd wear something over my face to block out the glare, but silly me, I left my sleeping veil back at my palace. See ya.
Greetings. The boundless horrors of mishandled corruption cannot be conveyed simply through words. I only hope that you can find and contain the seed before it is too late. The boundless... The Count accosted me and stole a very dangerous object. The seed that I have kept hidden from humanity. Somehow he knew that I possessed it. He cannot possibly know how dangerous it is. His attempts to harness its power will court disaster. You must hurry to the village. At the very least, those who are still sane may be convinced to aid in containing. Corruption once had a purpose. Let us term it a disorganizer of what would otherwise be ordered. One consequence of this chaos is the warping of pathways, both through the woods and in the mind. The land so afflicted is never the same when trod upon a second time. Men afflicted by corruption know not where or when they are, only that they are in pain. And you appear as a horrible creature to their distorted senses. All children have imaginary friends. Most grow out of that phase. A rare few refuse to let go, creating real from unreal through sheer stubbornness. Gods born of man certainly exist, but did a gigantic red tiger named Farul actually run the plains of the primordial world? There is no way to know. Will the world end if she and her savage ilk return? The answer, I imagine, is up to those who would stand and fight on that day. Be glad that today is not that day, as far as I know. All children have got the answer.
Yes. So, you know of it. I remember the night it all began. The Count and his men returned in the witching hour, carrying something hidden from sight. We didn't know what it was at the time, but we certainly learned soon. It was alive, and he needed to feed it. That place is a madhouse. Every day was spent threading a careful line. Question the Count, and you'd get arrested. Flatter him too much, and he'd grow paranoid and arrest you anyway. The Countess watched all of us with cold eyes. The nobles began to change. Strange proclivities emerged. They brought lone villagers into their rooms in the dead of night, never to be seen again. Eamon and I tried to flee, but they caught us. The changes came slowly. There were whispers of the downtrodden and clanless going missing. Nobody of consequence. The Count's men were simply cleaning up the ne'er-do-wells, those that contributed nothing. But then, the Count started changing the penalties for common crimes. 5 men were arrested after a simple scuffle over payment. A woman was arrested for adultery, like we were somehow living under the tyranny of the Eternals all over again. Charges became commonplace for almost anything. Living in the manor, my husband and I were somewhat protected, but we saw what was happening. All of these criminals were sentenced to hard labor, digging away beneath the manor until their strength was spent. When that happened, he hanged them and threw their bodies to that creature. When she came to us from the Vastiri desert, we nobles were just happy the Count had finally found a wife. If we had known what was to come, we never would have celebrated. From the moment she arrived, she spent her time whispering dreadful little barbs in his ear. He became rather agitated and started doubting himself, doubting his bloodline. He had a scholar repeatedly investigate whether the Eternals had dirtied his ancestry. When he found out that he might have had an unwelcome interloper in his family tree, he became fixated on proving himself, even though we all repeatedly assured him he already had our loyalty. He's been obsessed with gaining power ever since, and I think the Countess promised him a way to achieve it. I don't know what the Count is looking for beneath the manor. Perhaps he hopes for proof that his heritage is actually pure. Perhaps he's just gone well and truly mad. He's torn a massive hole right in the middle of the manor, a living testament to what he's done to our way of life.
Yes. Latis is from a prominent family in her clan, so I didn't know her well. But I did take hope from her actions. If a noblewoman could marry a commoner, then perhaps a commoner would be free to marry whoever she wants as well. It makes me think about the last conversation I ever had with my father. It was an argument. Though it tears at my heart, I choose to believe that deep down, he understood me. This shade is a curious one. It is quite odd to have a blue-eyed shadow in the camp watching us. But things truly have been taking a turn for the better since you freed him. Some of the folk here consider his presence a sign of good luck. Though I wonder if it is actually you that brings us these better fortunes. Ah, yes. The hubris of men. It is good to see you. It is good, the song of the exiles. Yes, this one always makes me weep. Sirens call, strong as the tide. None could save her, nor...
Oi!
It is good to see you, Izaro the Wise, Izaro the Mad. Try as he may, he failed to serve, and in his conceit, a challenge he designed. Who would prevail? He could not foresee the greatest deception.
Twisted thing! Nature
By decree of the Count of Ogham, effective immediately, all crimes are now punishable by hanging until death. Hanged criminals will have their bodies thrown into the pit.
Takes more than fate to fell me.
monstrous wretch!
The wolf's reckoning draws near. Such a wee man to cast such a shadow.
First ones, hear our laments. Sanity recedes ever further into the dark. Shadows hover above us, in the corners, watching and waiting. What sickness has come among us that so unsettles our minds? It sits, poised to strike. Nowhere is safe.
Ah, it lives! Corruption breathes life where none should be. Folk here wouldn't take kindly to that.
Come check out what... Oh, it's you.
Monstrous wretch!
I sense Oriana knows. And I cannot deny that which I know deep down to be true. That fair-haired villager, an eternal descendant, she knew. I sense Oriana knows. And I cannot deny that which I know deep down to be true. That fair-haired villager, an eternal descendant, she knew. At that moment when our eyes locked, we both knew. She clung to her children like I would end them then and there. She is of no risk now, but how many others must I fear? Is my blood truly impure? Oriana assures me we can right some of the wrongs of the past. She promises a way forward for Ogham. A way forward for the clans and the clanless alike. And a way forward for me. We must continue with our task.
Twisted thing! Such a wee man to cast such a shadow.
Outsiders can never understand the Ezomite struggle. Our folklore goes back to the very winter of the world, when we were but savages clawing grubs from the dirt. The Eternal Empire tried to crush us. They failed. Not even the event that destroyed the Vaal could end us. We strengthened in the wake of their cataclysm, harnessing runes, mastering the world around us. We have always fought for survival, for home, for hearth. That is the bloodline I am proud of, stretching back thousands of years. That is what I must defend, to keep pure
him yet.
Husband, this interloper has the power we need. Kill him, and you shall have everything I promise.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself! Failed once, you'll fail again. You'll pay with your life! Oriana! Open the cage! Release the beast! Give me what you promised!
I think not. I expected so much more from you. Since you are too weak to do the job, I'll find someone who can. Goodbye, husband.
You manipulative whore! How dare you abandon me? After all I've given you!
Desolation. Requiem on high. As night falls, winter's chill sought the unworthy through an endless night. They wither and tarry, forsaken frosts, as cold as death of Beir's misery. The pack won't forget. Allow me to clear your mind, if only for a moment. The madness, it consumed my being. Oriana used it against me. Where has she taken the beast? I found messages from the desert. From the Vastiri? Yes. Find her. As you wish. We must make haste.
Fortune favors
Let us
me.
return to Clearfell to make our preparations. We must pursue Oriana. The seed of corruption has begun to grow. But there is still a chance that we can end this before it is too late. The fledgling beast is leaving corruption in its wake, so we have a trail to follow. When you are ready to part from this place, we can leave immediately. Time is short. Go.
Count Gianor is dead. I never thought there'd come a day when such a statement brought relief. We can finally start rebuilding our poor, damaged Ogham. It's going to be a long and difficult struggle, but it's not nearly the first time we Ezamites have had to rise from the ashes. Go well. How's the clearing? The thought of our village on fire. Oh, my heart feels heavy. We'll get back there someday. Reclaim our lands, rebuild, mark my words. Part of me is angry I wasn't there to defend the place, but I know I was needed by these good folks far more. I can't imagine what would have happened if they'd been out here, defenseless. How can I help? The Count's name will not be remembered in our songs. Ah, good riddance.
You've done well, stranger. No, you are no stranger now. You have become part of our song's story, and I shall sing it proudly. The darkness that crept upon our lands has been forced to flee, and I have a feeling you will pursue it to the end of the world. Good luck to you. This is home now. Our songs tell of times of renewal, when bloodshed, strife, and courage forge stronger bonds. That is how we will regard this era of Ogham, and how we will remember you in our songs. Ah, the exile's landing. Yes? Ah, a tale of the dangers of love. Sirens call, strong as the tide. None could save her, nor could she hide. Shadows then rose, whispering low, lamenting the dark she came to know. We may never learn what dreams that once had burned, what fate had destined, his gift had wrought for her maddening love. Sorry, I was just at the Mad Emperor's song. Try as he may, he failed to sire, and in his conceit, a challenge he designed. Who would prevail? He could not foresee the greatest descent. Yes?
The clan leaders are all dead, but there's one man who remains with the leadership to carry on. Renly will take good care of us, as is his nature. We'll be just fine, hero. You can ride on out of here with your head held high. Seriously though, I hope you return someday. If only to guard my back. Take a punt. You know you want to. Hey, I should have asked for more. Yeah, sure. I'll take it off your hands. See ya. Yes?
If these runestones are Kalguran, not Ezomite, then there could be more all over Rayclast. I'm coming with you. It'll be an adventure of sorts.
So, it is done. The Count is dead. Where once there was a fire in my heart, there is now nothing but ash. For enacting my vengeance, you have some measure of thanks from me. Now please, go. Do what you must, but leave me be. Thank you.
Greetings. The trail of corruption leads east, so east we shall go. It seems fate conspires to return me to the plains of Vastiri. The Countess has escaped with the beast. Every attempt to control it has ended in cataclysm. We must pursue her to the plains of Vastiri. We should find the Marikath caravan. Only they can lead us through that harsh and unforgiving land.
Well, sir, we have arrived. The Vastiri awaits. Good luck to you.
This outpost seems to be part of a trade route, so we should be able to find a Marikath caravan. They are an honorable people, and I have no doubt they will assist us. The Marikath have a cultural history deeper than most know. Theirs is a strict tradition, bordering on brutal. But it is that adherence to shared beliefs that has kept them strong when entire empires have come and gone around them. Thank you.
The weary traveler grows close to the end of the path. The bread bowl of the world, the verdant land of 7 waters, awaits! Be sure to have your toll ready at the gates. Cloth, gems, metalwares, and coin are all accepted.
Each grain of sand here has a story all its own.
You are seeking passage on our caravan? We cannot travel anywhere at the moment. Hyenic raiders are harassing the trade route ahead. For the time being, we are stuck here.
Hyenic raiders? I've not heard of such beasts. nature takes what's old. There stands our leader. More on the way. Affronts to nature, every last one of them.
Greetings. Go.
You defeated the raiders? Fate sends us a fortuitous stranger. Welcome to the Adura Agara. You may travel with us in exchange for your service as a Jingak, and you will have nearly the respect of one of our own for as long as you stay.
Lightning arrow chains lightning to multiple nearby targets. Lightning damage has a chance to shock enemies. Shocked enemies take more damage.
They move with the wind, these folk. Can't help but admire it.
The beast is on the move. I assume she has allies here. We must track them down and convince them to... The beast is on the move, twisting the desert as it goes, waking ancient dead and unknown horrors alike. The Countess brought it here as part of some nefarious plan. I assume she has allies here. We must track them down and convince them to give up this map. Those creatures are too coherent and intelligent to be manifestations of corruption. I suspect that they are the descendants of divine tampering. There was a being I once knew in the ancient days. Those creatures are too coherent and intelligent to be manifestations of corruption. I suspect that they are the descendants of divine tampering. There was a being I once knew in the ancient days, a trickster, who would have appreciated someone to laugh at his ill-conceived humor. What more perfect audience for a sickening jester than a pack of gibbering hyenas?
Who goes there? By the sound of your voice, you cannot be Maraketh. You may trade with me, for trade is the lifeblood of survival in the desert, but expect no kindness. Does the scorpion sting carry less poison at night? In the hopes of taking on fighting duty again, I am still practicing the art of the sword. Red-eyed Nassima, she of the second sight, proved that there is more to combat than mere vision. However, there is still honor in serving the role of tradesmith and weapon master. I served as a Dekara for as long as I was able, and I intend to fulfill this duty with just as much dedication. Zarka holds all the wisdom and knowledge of the Adura, and the stories of many other Akaras as well. Our traditions help us survive as these lands turn to dust over generations, and in many ways, that lush beauty still exists for us through her words. Especially now the gods have returned to Rayclast. We know that our beliefs have power. Perhaps we can bring back those verdant forests and gleaming rivers, if only we have enough faith in a leader strong enough to make it real. Blessings. Need something? No need to rush. Strike like the scorpion. Warm nights.
Speak up! I've got some trinkets. Here, have this useless gold. Young one, I have a very long official title, but you may simply address me as Zaka. The young ones will harp on and on about our strict traditions, but I'm old enough to get away with it. So I do. My role is that of a keeper of tales. I was chosen by my predecessor, rather than being allowed to become a Dekara or perform other duties. I'm not permitted near combat, for the stories I keep are one of our most valuable resources. We understand the plains of Vastiri through the lens of these words handed down to us over the centuries. We see what used to lie where sand dwells now, and hear the bold proclamations and lamentations of yesteryear. That is my role, to be the worldly eyes and ears of the Adura. She was a fierce warrior before she was blinded in battle. Focused, determined. Losing her sight has not changed that. I have no doubt that she will become skilled enough at blind fighting to rejoin the ranks someday. Indeed, blind Dekara were once instrumental in decimating an eternal legion during a sandstorm ambush. So it is not without precedent. Nassima, yes, Nassima. A great warrior, though with a complicated legacy. Born with eyes the color of blood, she was left to die among the dunes for being blind. But the Ferryden found her and raised her. A Balbalic, one might think, but no. She became an impressive warrior in her own right. And when called upon to raid her people, she recognized her mother's voice and turned and slaughtered her Ferryden captors. A true role model from the ancient days and a wonderful sleep tale for the children. This is the tale as it was told to me by our Akara's Tale Woman before me, and as told to her by the Tale Woman before her. These words have remained unchanged since the beginning. Many thousands of years ago, we were a simple people, hunters, roamers. We moved valley to valley in search of meat and berries. There was none of the discipline we know today, but that was about to change. These fair plains became barren and lightless. A time those generations called the winter of the world. 1,000 years of ice brought hardship and suffering, but that was only the beginning. To the south, the foreign tyrant An fell, and horrible creatures flooded forth under this darkness, seemingly born of bone and blood and foul magic. Survival meant banding together and creating the strict traditions that eventually became what we know today. To fight was to live. Disorder meant death. In the darkest depths of that era, when hope was but a memory, the twin sister Sekemas, Solarai and Landara, arose to unite our scattered peoples for the first time. They wielded the essence of gold and silver, gleaming with such ferocity that the grey skies had no choice but to give way. The creatures retreated under the sands, never to be seen again, and our fair plains blazed with emerald forests and sapphire rivers. This brought about the most glorious age of our people, a time of conquest, wealth, great heroes, and gods that lasted for another 1,000 years. But then, one fell winter, the gods vanished. Our beloved Garukan was the last to succumb, holding on for 2 moons against a powerful innovation. She gave what final orders she could, mandated our traditions be upheld, and then went silent. The Maraketh were not disturbed. We did not lose hope. We knew who we were, and those values had not left us with the departure of the gods. When the sky burned, when the Vaal fell, when the Eternals came, we have protected these fair plains for 304 generations. And we will continue to do so for another 304. That is our duty.
I am Asala, the Sekima of the Ardura. I care not where you came from, nor what caste you might have been there. All that matters is that you have shown yourself capable in battle, Jingak. Remain a friend to the Ardura, and you shall have nothing but respect from us. So, the beast has entered the world once more. We were following a trail of corruption before we were waylaid, and now we shall resume the hunt. We Maraketh are honor-bound to seek and contain corruption wherever it may be found. It seems the sacred duty falls on us once more. The trail connects to 2 locations, but we don't know where the beast currently resides. I am willing to begin wherever you and your shade thinks is wisest. For glory.
So this is what keeps the wheels turning. Foul business.
Welcome. Welcome. This Oriana would find no allies among our Akaras. We are no strangers to the eternal war against corruption. If she has allies in this region, they cannot be of the Maraketh. After the Beast of Highgate was slain, all other Akaras vowed to pursue and eradicate corruption should it ever return. Never again will a sole Akara suffer the weight of history. Corruption has returned to the Vestiri. Before this season, the Haonic warriors you fought would never have dared raid a caravan. The dead have begun to rise again, and other creatures of the desert have started changing. By Zarka's accounts, the land is returning to the way it was before. These are ill times. Foreigners often misunderstand the concept of the Sekima. I am no dictator, and do not make some pathetic claim of divine right. Emperors are for nations filled with the weak-minded and soft, as history has proven every time an empire falls and we endure. I am Sekima, because others have put their faith in me as the strongest and most capable among us. I lead because there is no better replacement. It is a role I deserve, by definition. Move swiftly. The Halani gates are closed for the first time in 1,000 years. This can only be related to the beast. We should investigate the Feridan's camp in the halls of Modon and demand answers. The Halani gates are closed for the first time in 1,000. Fight to the last. The Halani gates are closed for the first time in 1,000 years. This can only... Outcasts currently make their home in the Forgotten Quarry in the hills of Modon. They call themselves the Feridan. We should travel there and find out what it is they are doing.
The Farad'n beat the drums of war. Wretched animal! No good can come from breaking deaths.
Our people have lived in the shadows of the dunes for too long. Countless generations have been forgotten, will be forgotten. We are not Farad'n. We are Maraketh. And if we work together, if we unite, then they will be forced to acknowledge us. We must show them that casting us off is a mistake. We must show them our strength. Perhaps we can one day rebuild Keth itself. For all those who live in the plains of Vastiri.
Sandborn's bastards! Begone! Begone, foul creature! They sealed the mine and left the stragglers to die.
Balance restored! Monstrous wreck!
Sand and steel, fire and iron, flesh and bone. Insane? Perhaps that is true! Stand still! Burn, oppressors!
Break the lock. Winds praise you. 1,000 praises, my friend. I thought I would die here. Please take me back to your caravan, and I will tell you anything you want.
You're free. Talk if you've a mind to.
What have you learned? Quickly. Asala has agreed to aid us, exactly as I expected. The beast represents an existential threat to all the peoples of Rayclast, but even beyond that, she seems to be quite driven. She reminds me of a rambunctious young woman I once knew in Keth, who eventually rose to power, attained divinity, and led her people to greatness. It takes courage to go against one's people. I once faced a similar decision. There were men and women like me who believed themselves to be exceptional, and they were correct. Terribly, horribly correct. I cursed myself to a permanent exile from my own peers by betraying them. I was unlike mortals, but hated by immortals. I was alone. I would do it all again, and I still might. Yes, I have seen the slaves pulling the carts. I am uncomfortable with the practice, but from what I understand, it allows those captured in battle to serve rather than simply being executed. There are not enough resources to keep prisoners who do not work. In this harsh land, it is perhaps the lesser of two evils. That is, what I tell myself, at least. They call themselves the Ferrodin in this era, but they have died out and been reborn many times. They are not an independent culture. They are the Marraketh's dark secret, the inevitable consequence of life's haphazard nature. A society cannot simply purge itself of the weak, the ill, or the disadvantaged. Those unwanted newborns abandoned among the dunes, they rarely die, no matter how much the Marraketh wish to make them simply disappear. No, they live. The Ferrodin are the shadow of the Marraketh, always just out of sight, always watching. They rescue those children and raise them up on the outside, looking in. An unspoken relief for the father and mother that must give up their child. But a gathering storm fated to one day return home with a fury.
Need something? Publicly, I will decry them as loudly as anyone else. Privately, I understand. I do not condone their actions, but I have suffered some small portion of what they must feel their entire lives. To be honest, I expected them to turn on us eventually. This defector, Risu, will never be accepted by the Adura. You may trust her, and she may provide information about the enemy's intentions, but remember, she is a traitor to her people. We deal with our own traitors using excessive means. She is not one of us, so we do not consider it our duty to punish her, but neither will we protect her when the time comes. I remember her face from before the battle where I lost my sight. She is quite beautiful, and she has strength and cunning to match. I can think of no better leader for us. We, Adora, have put all our faith in Asala, and though we do not number enough to spark divinity in her, we still thrived under her leadership.
Speak up!
First one's helped me. I've never felt so sick in all my days. This is the most bizarre method of transport imaginable. How do the Maraketh handle it? Oh no. If you'll excuse me.
I know what Jaman-Ra intends. Atop the burial spires of Deshar lie the Maraketh's most honored dead. The king has become driven by madness to seek any trace of ancient flesh from those of renown or power in life. He intends to feed their bodies to the horrific creature he keeps in a cage behind his throne. They call it the Beast. I have seen it, and the sight haunts my nightmares. The Halani gates are closed. Then Jaman-Ra must have succeeded in capturing them. He planned to close the gates to prevent the Maraketh from interrupting his harvest. A siege from the front would be impossible now. But there is another way. An ancient passage lost to time. It was used by the traitor Balbala. I can show you where it is, if you will use it to stop Jaman-Ra before it is too late.
So, the outcasts have raised their new king from the grave, and he seeks to violate Deshar, to feed our honored dead to the beast. Such a transgression. Those vile dogs! Our city of the dead lies beyond the Halani gates. We should move to crush the Ferryden immediately. Let us see if this defector's information is truthful. Infiltrate this supposed passage, find your way to the top of the gates without being detected, and then call for aid. I shall answer. So, the outcast, our city of the dead. Let us see if this defector's information is truthful. Infiltrate this supposed passage, find your way to the top of the gates without being detected, and then call for aid. I shall answer. If her information proves to be truthful, then she will live. If she is a deceiver sent to misdirect us, she will be left to die in the open desert, once again.
Makarkan. I am of the Faridun. We are the shadows of the Maraketh, the unwanted and the forgotten. Some time ago, a foreign woman came to us and offered us the power to take back what was ours. We took her deal. We had no idea what it would cost us. When she finally brought us the beast, it was not the glorious power we'd been promised. It was horrifying. Those of us who did not want to make war, those of us who were afraid of the beast, Jaman-Ra sealed us in the mine when his dreadnought was complete. This madness must end. Some may call me a traitor, but I do not seek the destruction of my brethren. I seek their salvation. You need not trust me. You will see the truth of my information soon enough. I ask nothing of you, only that you do what you know is right. This corruption that plagues the land, I cannot bring myself to fully believe it's the reason for my people's sickening turn. I know that when the beast first came to us, when Jaman-Ra was raised from death, he quickly became covetous and prone to fits of rage. Soon that fervor gleamed in the eyes of those around him. You say it's his corruption, but I have not seen anything in my brothers and sisters that was not already there. Corruption may exist, yes, but it does not fully control. It only excuses. The Faridun are warring against the Maraketh because they desire to do so. They have always wanted this conflict. They want to make those who abandoned us suffer. What is that being? Does it travel with you? I would tell you not to trust a mysterious stranger in black, but that would make my own situation rather difficult. I cannot say I view the Maraket favorably, but there is no other power to which I can turn. Jaman-Ra is going mad, and I know that the Maraket will unite their scattered Akaras to confront him if the need is great enough. I believe that it is. The Maraket have no idea how great we number. We are larger than any one Akara by far, and my brothers and sisters hold a great bitterness, even before corruption came among us. Everything we do, from our garb to our food, is made opposite to the Maraket out of spite. I still feel some of that anger when I see them here, standing proud and colorful. Asala promises them a return to their glory days, but do they not have such glory now? I must pursue what I feel to be right. Asala might yet decide to have me put to death, or abandon me to the doom of the desert. I know these risks, but I had to try anyway. If you had seen the darkness rising in the hearts of my brothers and sisters, you would understand. I am not betraying them. I'm trying to save them from themselves. This Oriana, the one you called a countess, Jaman-Ra has declared her our queen. She first came to us from the south and seemed sympathetic to our cause. She promised us power, the power to take back our lives. She left for Azomite lands, vowing to return with something that would resurrect our greatest hero, Jaman-Ra. With that hope dangled before us, the Faridun united for the first time since his death. We prepared, as she asked. We took the quarry. We began working on the dreadnought. I am ashamed to admit that I was a devout believer in the cause. Until the day she kept her promise. She did return. She did bring the power to resurrect Jaman-Ra. She brought the beast. The sight of that thing chilled my soul. Those of us who objected to its presence were forced to work, mining and finishing the dreadnought. By the time we were done, madness was already rife, and we were sealed in the mine to die for supposedly betraying our people.
Let us see if the defector's information is truthful. Infiltrate this passage, find your way to the top of the Halani gates without being detected, and then call for aid. I shall answer.
Hello. Ah, yes. The hubris of men.